I'm Dr. Belinda Bustos Flores. Today I'm going to talk to you about what it means to become a culturally efficacious educator. What does it mean to be a culturally efficacious educator? Well, my colleague and I, Dr. Ellen Yohes Clark, have investigated and studied this very topic. From our research, we have proposed a transformative, iterative model with 5 dimensions as shown on this slide. A culturally efficacious educator is someone with a strong sense of self and critical consciousness, is culturally competent and proficient, can engage in culturally responsive pedagogy, and also has the efficacy beliefs that they can impact all learners' achievement. First, let's talk about what it means to have a strong sense of self and awareness. To understand others, we must have a critical consciousness and recognize our own stance in terms of ethnicity, culture, gender, and other multiple forms of self and identity as an educator, a scientist, a professor, and so on and so forth. A culturally competent person gets along with various community members and views the community as a resource. As a university professor, culturally competent means that you have an understanding of the communities in which you are working and the students you are serving. Culturally proficiency requires a much deeper knowledge about the community's cultural, social, political, and historical status. Cultural proficiency is the recognition that knowledge within different communities is derived differently, that rationale and reasoning are generated from distinct lenses, and that people have different ways of being and understanding. In addition, a culturally proficient educator realizes that there are power relationships within all classrooms. So if the instructor is trying to control the setting, this may be in opposition to how the students perceive their role as learners within the classroom. A culturally proficient instructor understands the multiple dimensions that exist in the classroom, linguistically, culturally, cognitively, emotionally, and also considers the physical setting or the environment. To be more deliberate about beyond understanding requires the educator to engage in culturally responsive lessons. In the case of STEM, a culturally responsive lesson would not solely approach the presentation of concepts from a Western stance, but would encourage other points of view, provide readings from various lenses, considering the gender, the ethnicity of the authors of these different articles. They would examine how other scientific communities, including indigenous groups across the globe, approach or resolve these issues. In addition, lessons would engage students in active learning and real-world problem solving that may have direct impact on the community. In sum, to be culturally efficacious not only means that you have confidence in yourself as an instructor, but it also means that you believe that you can have an impact on learning regardless of what external factors are present beyond your control. As a culturally efficacious educator, you employ various knowledges in culturally responsive lessons. You consider what each student brings to the classroom and use what they know, their tools, the skills that they have learned, to be able to effectively impact students, their learning, and their achievement. Thank you very much for your attention.